Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back once again to Solid Gold. Today I'm on my way to a big box pet store near me to pick up some supplies because kind of spur of the moment, very unexpected, I'm setting up another aquarium in my house for a surprise, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. So let's go pick out some supplies and then get back to my house and set everything up, and I'll show you guys what this mystery tank is for. Alright, I'm gonna need one of these to run a sponge filter. I'm gonna need one of these to run a couple brine shrimp hatcheries. That store didn't have everything I was looking for, so I'm gonna try another one. But they did have a really adorable baby bunny and a really pretty Siamese cat. I don't need any more animals. Alright, I'll get some driftwood, some mopani wood, that'll work. I'll get a stand, because I'm going to be using one of my 40-gallon breeder tanks that I already have. Oh my. Alright, I need one of these. Well, that's all for this store. I got the stand, I got a glass cover, and a piece of driftwood. Alright, I did a huge water change on the discus, enough so that I could scoot it over on this wall to make room for this 40-gallon breeder tank. This is an extra one that I had out in the fish room, so I just set it up on the new stand that I bought. Here's the Proud Daddy pleco. And so now you guys know the reason why I'm setting up this tank. There are some pleco eggs in there. So a little while ago, I started noticing that this pleco was growing whiskers while the other one was not. And so I realized that I had a male and a female albino bristlenose pleco. So I bought them this little breeding cave, just thinking, like, not necessarily trying to breed them, but if they did, that would be cool. And I put this cave in here about a month ago, I would say, and 2 days ago I noticed there were eggs inside of it. Apparently the female, after she lays the eggs, she doesn't really have much of any involvement, but the male will actually stay there and guard the eggs and keep moving his fins to fan water over them so they don't have stagnant water surrounding them. And then once they hatch, he'll kind of herd them to keep them in a small group, and he'll protect them. But even with him protecting them, I think that the tetras and or the discus will try to go after the babies once they hatch. So I'm gonna try to move the entire breeding cave and the eggs inside of it and the dad into this tank here next to it. So that'll be their grow out tank until they're big enough to go back into this tank. Oh, sweet. I got him. There you go. Hopefully you'll find his eggs again. There's the eggs. Look at them. That's so awesome. Those are pretty big too. They're way bigger than goldfish eggs. So here's their setup so they can be hatched out safely in here and grow out. It's a 40-gallon breeder style aquarium. I have a sponge filter in here, and this is a bag of biological media that I took from the canister filter of the 90-gallon tank that they just came from. So that'll have some good bacteria on it to help keep up the cycle of the tank. I put it on top of the sponge filter so that it has aeration blowing past it, and it will also be in contact with the sponge filter so the good bacteria can start colonizing the sponge filter quickly as well. There's also a heater in here. I'm going to keep it set to the same temperature as the main tank, which I think is about 83, 84 degrees. And I also put a piece of mopani wood in here so the pleco has something to rasp on. I am keeping it bare bottom though, so I can keep it nice and clean for the babies once they hatch. And I'll be feeding them brine shrimp, and then once they get old enough, I guess you can switch to green beans. We'll cross that bridge once they hatch, I guess. I'm keeping the female in here since she's not really gonna be necessary to help raise the babies. I guess only the male helps herd the babies close together so they all stay in one group and can find the food. It's funny, I noticed that something was up because for a while all the gunk on this wood has been building up more than it usually is. So the plecos usually keep it under control. Like, look at all the fungusy stuff and bacteria like film, biofilm, and algae growing all over the wood, and they usually keep it a lot cleaner than that, but it was starting to build up like crazy, and I was like, what the heck's going on? And that's when I noticed, look, she's grazing on it right now even. That's when I noticed that there were eggs inside of the tunnel, and I was like so shocked because I was not expecting it at all. I'm not really trying to breed them, but that's so cool. So anyways, now I know why they took a break from cleaning all this stuff off. Okay, I have to show you guys something. So the tank light was turned off. I was about to go to bed and I looked in here again and I noticed the eggs were kind of scattered all over the place. So I got really bummed out thinking that the male pleco accidentally pushed them out of the cave, and I took a closer look. They've hatched. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Look at them. You can see them. They're like still stuck onto the egg yolk and they're wiggling around. That's amazing. I'm so excited. They're so tiny. That's wild. I figured they'd be a little bit bigger when they first hatched just because the eggs were so large, but nope, they're teeny tiny little guys. And they're just stuck onto those big egg sacs. So right now they're getting their nutrition from the egg sacs. But as soon as those are all depleted, they're gonna start eating. So I'm gonna have to start feeding them with live baby brine shrimp. This is so exciting. This is awesome. I've raised many goldfish fry, but never any other kind of fish. So this is like a totally new and different experience for me. I can't believe it that like my timing was perfect for moving them over, because it's only been a few hours since I moved them into here and voila, they're hatching. Well guys, it has now been 4 days since the pleco fry hatched, and unfortunately I have some bad news. Almost all of them, all but one, didn't make it, and here's what I think happened. I didn't actually see this happen, but going through all the options in my head of what could have possibly happened, this is the only thing that makes sense. And that is that the male pleco ate all of them and just happened to miss one. Now this doesn't usually happen. Usually the male pleco has instincts to protect his fry and care for them, which is why he sticks around, and the female pleco actually doesn't have a role in this, but the male pleco will stick around to guard the eggs, and then once they hatch he'll stick around to guard the fry and kind of herd them all so that they stay in one little spot and find the food okay. So a lot of times when people take the pleco eggs out of the aquarium to put them into a grow out aquarium, as I did, they will take the male pleco with them as well so that he can continue to care for the fry and make sure that they're eating the food properly. So I moved the male pleco with the eggs, and unfortunately I think it's because he's an inexperienced male. This is his very first batch of fry ever that he's ever had, and he's still quite young. I think he just, I don't know, got confused and didn't really know what to do. So I went to bed one night, all the fry were still there. I woke up the next morning and they were all gone, and I thankfully did find just one little survivor. I kind of changed plans a little bit. I don't know if that single lone survivor is actually going to make it. This is kind of a learning experience for me too, because I've raised many goldfish fry, but I've never raised any pleco fry. But I switched gears a little bit. You can see that I have broken down this 40-gallon tank that I had that I was going to use as the grow out tank for the pleco fry. I just figured it would be really quite ridiculous to have this huge 40-gallon tank with one tiny little solo pleco fry in it. So I had this little fry keeper type thing. It's just a plastic container with very, very tiny slots in it. Maybe you can see him in there, but he's right there. It's now been 4 days since he hatched, and after about 4 to 5 days, their yolk sac will be completely depleted, and at that point they're going to start eating food. So up until now he's been completely nourished by that yolk sac providing nutrition for him, but now that it's completely used up or almost completely used up, he's gonna need to start eating. So I have put some decapsulated brine shrimp in here on the bottom. That's what you see kind of littering the bottom there. So far I haven't seen him actually go for any of it or eat any of it, but once he actually gets hungry and realizes he needs to start eating, I'm sure he will. So that's where he is now. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but whether he does or not, this has been kind of a fun experience for my plecos to have bred for the first time. Had little babies and I got to look at them under the microscope. That was really cool. So yeah, here's what he looks like today. It's now 4 days post hatching and he's growing quite a bit. He actually looks like a little tiny fish now. He just looks like a super tiny miniaturized version of a pleco. But I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully he'll make it. I don't really know if he will because I'm so new at raising pleco fry, but it's been fun so far. The cool thing about having these tetras in here is any of the decapsulated brine shrimp that slipped through the cracks of this fry keeper, all the tetras were like hovered around underneath the fry keeper, grabbing all the little random pieces that fell out. So that's kind of nice that I have a little cleanup crew for that. And as you can see, the driftwood now is a whole lot cleaner than it was the last time you guys saw it. So the plecos are back to doing their jobs as normal and cleaning off the driftwood, and it's looking much better than it was. They're both back in here. I put the male back in here with the female, and they've been out and about cleaning off the glass and the driftwood. And he's actually been in and out of the breeding cave a little bit, but not as much as he was before. In addition to dealing with baby pleco eggs, I've also been working really hard to get caught up on the artwork that I've been so behind on. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to you guys for being so patient with me because I've been pretty far behind. As you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, my 2017 goldfish calendar came along with the added bonus of being entered into a giveaway where I draw the fish on the calendar page for that month and give that original drawing away to one of you guys who have purchased the calendar. Oh, that's quite the lengthy explanation, but I hope that made sense. But anyways, because this year has been way more hectic than I ever could have imagined in my wildest dreams, I got way behind on the calendar drawings. So this week I worked my butt off to do 3 of them in 1 week, which is like record breaking for me. But here is the drawing for the month of May. This is my late black butterfly telescope named Loki. And then this is the drawing for June. This is my red and white butterfly telescope named Asha. Then the drawing for July, which is really cool. This is pretty rare for me to draw 2 fish in one, combined into one picture. So this was kind of fun. And they were both calico, so it was like a lot of intense coloring, you guys. Like seriously, this one took forever. I'm going to draw the winners now on camera. These are the entries for everyone who has purchased the 2017 calendar and sent in their little entry card for the giveaways. Here we go. Let's pick the winner for the Loki drawing. All right. Okay. Gotta stir it up. Stir it up. Oh, I'm scaring Henry. Ron Erxleben. I can't pronounce your last name. But Ron, you are the winner of the Loki drawing. Congratulations. This is another name I can't pronounce. What's up with you people? Louis Bonachea? Is that how you say your name? I don't know. But Louis, you are the winner of the Asha drawing. Congratulations. And it is Kristen Minuti. Congratulations, Kristen. That's so cute. She drew a little fish on her entry card. Kristen, you are the winner of this drawing. Don't freak out about having to contact me to claim your prizes or anything. You've already won. You don't have to claim it, and I will just go ahead and get it in the mail to you as soon as I make copies of them to keep on record for myself. There's one other thing that I want to show you guys, and I don't want to make a whole video about it because I don't want it to be like a thing, but I recently got something in the mail that's really cool, and because it's not just mine, it's like all of ours as a community around this YouTube channel, I wanted to share it with you guys. So, 1 second. What could it be? Okay. At this point, maybe some of you guys can guess what this is. It's like in a fancy little case and everything. So the first thing is a letter from YouTube that says, "You've just done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. You achieved this milestone with hard work, perseverance, and probably a healthy sense of humor too. What you've accomplished can't be taken away from you, and we'd like to recognize you and all your hard work with this Silver Creator Award, a small token of our esteem and respect." Oh, I do say. Oh my gosh. It says solid gold on it. So this is the silver play button, which if you've watched a lot of other YouTube videos, you've probably seen plenty of other YouTubers unboxing these, so I didn't want to make like a big deal about it, but I did want to show you guys since I feel like it's my accomplishment being that it's my channel, but it wouldn't have happened without all of you guys. So I wanted to at least share it with you in some way. So here it is. The silver play button from YouTube for reaching 100,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, it's very reflective. This is definitely gonna be hung up out in the fish room because where else would it go, you know? So even though I didn't want to make like a big huge deal about this, I mean it's just a plaque at the end of the day, like woohoo. But it is, you know, it is an accomplishment, and it's not just my accomplishment. It wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you guys watching my videos and saying, yeah, I want to subscribe to this, I want to see more of this. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being here with me on this crazy journey of fish keeping and pet keeping in general and sharing it with me. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, stay gold. Oh, hey, you can't eat foam. I don't know what's worse, trying to film when you have little kids or trying to film when you have a mini zoo in your home. Oh my god. I can't film because there's too many animals in here. What are you doing? That's not for you. Grim, that box is too small for you. Grim, oh, maybe it's not. I can't get anything done around here, I swear.